Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mrs. Evans from Math with Mrs. Evans, where I answer all of your math questions. Today, I'm going to show you how to tell the difference between supplementary and vertical angles. So let's get started. So the question says, give one pair of supplementary angles and one pair of vertical angles shown in the figure below. And it gives you two lines, L and M, that are being cut down the middle, and then you have all of these angles that are being measured and named. So before we even get into tackling how to do this question, we need to talk about definitions. So vertical angles are opposite angles made by two intersecting lines. So I'm going to show you what that looks like because someone's like, that definition didn't help. So let's start with it. Two intersecting lines. Easy, right? Doesn't matter what they look like as long as those two lines cross their intersecting lines. Now the opposite angle is the part that we're going to focus on. So let's say that I have this angle, let's call that blue angle, yellow angle, green angle, and then my red angle. Opposite angles are angles that if you can draw a line through it and it goes through two angles, those are opposite angles. So the red angle and the yellow angle are opposite angles. And the green angle and the blue, I'm just put G and B, are opposites. But don't forget the technical name for this, as we're going to talk about it, is the vertical angles. So if you ever see the thing, if it says opposite angles or vertical angles, they're talking about the same thing. There's a couple of these angles, ways to define or call angles that really mean the same thing, but it's just, don't worry about it, okay? A lot of them just mean the exact same thing, and it's not a big deal. So vertical angles, and this would be the red and yellow and the green and blue, because you draw a line that goes through it. So when I look at this question, I'm going to erase this little doodad over here, and those, because we get the point. So if I look at the question that it gives me, I'm going to look over here, and I'm going to say, okay, well, what are sets of vertical angles? There's so many sets of vertical angles. So if I can draw a line through all of these, right? Those are 4 sets of vertical angles right there. So I can call any of those things. So I can say 1 and 2. Not 1 and 2. Sorry, guys. 1 and 4. 2 and 3. 5 and 8. And 7 and 6. Those are all sets of vertical angles. Now, if you ever see something that's like that, that just says angle. It's just the way that you're going to see it in math questions. A lot of people are like, what is the less than? It's angle. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that is my vertical angles. Okay. Now, my supplementary angles are two angles that added together or next to each other equals 180, right? So, like we talked about in another video, a straight line is 180 degrees. So if I cut it in any sort of way, these two things together make a straight line. So those are two things are supplementary angles. Okay? So I'm just gonna go, ooh, that's what I wanted to do. So I'm just gonna go in here, right? And I'm gonna say that's the supplementary angle. You can look at that as 1 and 2 or 3 and 4, right? And then 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So do they make a straight line? That's all you really need to ask yourself. So I'm just going to say sup angles. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those are all your options. Now you do not need to list all of them for this question to get it correctly, but just know that those are all of your options. Okay? So this is pretty straightforward. If you guys need another example of how to do this question, or would just like it explained in another way, drop a comment below and I will help you with that. So good luck, and let me know if you need any more help.